Get your picture with them. Hawaii in the background.
I did forget now. I take pictures of that and I do that. Jack,
Yeah.
did you take one with the mouth in the bathroom?
No, I didn't get one from. I'm supposed to leave it there. Barbara. Yeah. So once we get home with this, we give me the mouth behind it, or you think it's yeah, but yeah, people lean down. Just kneel down right there.
Name or my nickname, you can just call me T. Okay?
T or Mr. T?
They made some changes, being that docking was a little later than usual. They made a little changes in the itinerary. You're not going to miss anything. You're just going to be a little later. Okay?
Okay.
You know, when you all decided on this particular tour, are you familiar on what you bought? Okay. So according to that reaction to my first question, I could take you wherever I wanted to, as long as you see a big hole in the ground, made a few stops, had something to eat. Some of you wouldn't know the difference then. That's according to the reaction I got from you a second ago. Agree?
Yes.
Truthfully, that's what's going to happen. Okay? But just to break down the itinerary for today, just to break it down, sometime today we're going to do 110 miles. We'll take on the east side of the island, the south shore, the west side, all the way up to 3,400 in elevation. We're committed to 3,400 today. Come sunshine, come rain, come fog, we're going to go up to 3,400. The only way we don't go up to 3,400 if right now you 41 all agree that you don't want to go, or if there's a hurricane in the next 2 minutes. That's the only two ways we don't go up to 3,400. A few scenic stops, a rest stop before the mountain ranges. If you've been on different tours on the different islands, you already know restroom facilities on the different islands, as well as here today. Some of them somewhat primitive, some with water to drink, some without. So with that, we'll be taking a rest stop before the mountains later this morning. Spending most of our time along the coastline of Kauai. Of course, there'll be 1 or 2 times when I go inland, visiting a Fusenex spot inland. But always come back to the coast and quiet, but the capital or county seat of the island. even more so on Sunday. But one of three major communities. Anybody notice the name of that elementary school we passed a couple of minutes ago on the left? Wilcox Elementary. Check out the name of the street we're going to hop onto next. When you're able to, the name of these two buildings coming up on your right. You're going throughout different parts of Kauai, we have museums like this. School, elementary, as well as high schools. Main streets, even memorials, subdivisions, parks, other developments. Built in memory of individuals, as well as families that made it to this island for different reasons many years ago. They came in the 1820s to the early 1900s. Out of the West Coast, East Coast, as well as Europe. People that helped organize and develop some of the industries here on Kauai. People influenced the development. People that dominated the political scene for many, many years. People, the Spaldings from Massachusetts. Down on the south side of Kauai, the Broadbents, the Waterhouse, Knutsons, McCutcheons, Whitneys, Blues, Ruggles. You go further west on Kauai, the Sinclairs from Scotland, Gay and Robinson, a Norwegian family, Fire, to name a few. But the ruling elite many years ago, people that helped organize and develop our sugar industry. A couple of reasons why our road systems don't meet. One of them are mountaintops, located at the far right, dark and gloomy. And it stays like that, dark and gloomy, 85% through the year. Considered the wettest spot on Earth. But reaching up to 5,200 feet in elevation, Mount Waialeale and Mount Kawakini. These two peaks rank 7th and 8th in tallest peaks throughout the state of Hawaii. We also have swampland on our mountain ranges, one of a kind at that particular elevation. 15 square miles of Alakai swamp. Then, of course, a part of our North Shore, our famous Napali coast, consisting of 11 miles of sheltered cliffs and rugged valleys. Are the three main reasons we'll be doing a lot of backtracking to get to one side or the other. Well, anybody with any fast questions on anything I touched on? Everybody still okie dokie? Okay, that sounded like about 4 out of 41. That's okay. You're allowed that. You're on vacation. That's okay. How's your vacation turning out?
Real well.
The weather treating you people all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're now going to leave the built-up portion of Kauai for a little while, and we're now going to take on the Garden Island. A nickname we picked up because of our natural resources. Rainfall, sunshine, lush green vegetation, a lot of color, wild fruits and flowers, different Kauai. But because I gotta say it several hundred times a day, I find a more easy or more lazy way by just plain Kauai. But Kauai would be the right pronunciation. The oldest of the 8 islands that make up the state of Hawaii. First one to rip out of the ocean as a raging volcano. Like I said a few minutes ago, we have 2 tall peaks, again located to the far right. But that's what's left of that volcano that formed this island millions of years avenue. At the entrance, he drove by some philodendron vines, now followed by a mile of eucalyptus trees. It was an actual tree tunnel with hardly daylight shining through years ago. But again, variety of the eucalyptus, being a little fragile, could not withstand some of the stronger winds of tropical storms and hurricanes to this island through history. 51% of all the land is in agriculture. The other 46% would be conservation land. The remaining 3% would be the different uses you'll see today, such as resort use, towns and communities, subdivision, housing, light industrial, shopping plazas, grazing, unproductive land are some of the uses that takes up that last 3%. But as for land ownership, vehicle to drive to this town and look at some of the churches, buildings, and structures. Some of them go back to the 1830s and 40s. Of course, fixed up and modified through the years, but still being used by the community. But a boom town during the 1800s. You know, when you're up close like this, today in different communities, when you're able to, check out some of the churches, buildings, and structures, as well as the property, because you will see real good examples of our nickname, the Garden Island, because most of anything will grow. Different shades of bougainvilleas, hibiscus, anthuriums, monkey pod trees, banyan, mango, papaya, avocados, citrus, ginger varieties, bird of paradise, plumeria, anthuriums, and a whole bunch of other stuff out there. Poipu is coming up next, P-O-I-P-U, a resort area on the island, one of 5. Sometime today, you will be familiar with 4 of the 5 resort areas on Kauai. Sometime today. Poipu includes 2 18-hole golf courses, 4 hotels, condos, facilities, and a pretty good sized local community. We're going to bypass the hotel portion and take it on mostly privately owned homes, condos. We're going to go in and visit Spouting Board, or nickname Blowhole. There's one like this on Oahu's North Shore. The one you're going to see in a little while, almost similar to the one on Oahu. Lava tubes beneath the surface due to wave action slamming onto the coastline, creating a spout. Going to give you some sightseeing time, 10-15 minutes at the park, or when you hear me blast the air horn. Okay, right about now I have a trivia for you all. Going to see how you do with this one. When I say dry, I mean it. Because if you kept up with news here in Hawaii, you all should know that the state of Hawaii is just getting through with a major drought. Okay? The other islands just got off a 25% cut water use. Kauai just got through with a 10% cut water use. Being dry yet, they shut down part of our west side mountain ranges because of lack of water, threat of fires. Because all our water needs come from rain patterns throughout the year. With over 260 man-made reservoirs on the different islands, some of them 400 acres big, backed up by only 4 natural lakes here in Hawaii. Summer months, July, August, September would be the hottest time of the year. It'll go 88, 89, 90, 91. Goes up to 92, 93. That would be our record hot temperature with a lot of humidity. We're now going into our winter months. Wind and rain at night, winter months, up at 4,000 feet, will drop into the low 50s. Sometime upper 40s. Coastline will get some cool 60s. P-O-I-P-U, Poipu. From where I parked the vehicle at Spouting Horn Park, the lookout point will be directly in front of the bus. Stay up at the lookout point. No one goes down to that hole. As I start to park the vehicle, the first building you see built out of cement and lava rock are restroom facilities. Who's ever controlling the money in your party, grab it now. There's a few souvenir vendors open for business.
What a beautiful Ooh, that reminds me.
Look at the
Down there,
rock.
I come down there because there's real water maybe rich. They're really building
There's a clearing coming up shortly up front. There.
Oh, there it is. Wow.
Okay. Stay up at the lookout point. When you go out there and look at this, you'll notice a big hole out on the point. A big hole. That's the original spouting horn. You see, many years ago, when the original one used to spout at high tide times, it used to wet down sugar fields and vegetation with salt water, killing them off. So McBride Sugar Company, who owns the land in this area, blasted that one open so it would not spout, developed the coastline, and we're now using a much smaller one, the one you'll see today. But you will notice that big hole. "10, 15 minutes, or when you hear me blast the air horn."
View from this coastline.
Make up the acreage. But only 10% of the coffee being harvested is finding its way into the local market, being marketed as the island coffee, Kauai coffee. The other 90% is making its way all over the world. We figured, with a newer coffee crop, more trees in a row, with research and technology, drip irrigation, and a mechanical harvester, we have plans of giving Juan Valdez a run for his money. There's tons of coffee beans on the trees now. When these trees get too tall in height, too wide in growth, they'll chop them off short, then start from zero. That's the reason when you drive by some of the acreage, you'll notice a short, medium, and taller coffee tree because of this mechanical harvester that handles the harvesting needs. This acreage here on the road One's for cars pulling into the seating stop, and 400 feet down to the bottom, there's also a river down at the bottom, one of 7 on Kauai. This is not that big. Been applied. No other place. But here on the west side, the gold mine in our sugar industry.
What about fertilizer runoff into the ocean?
That's a little of a problem. It was a major problem many years ago, but it's been addressed by the sugar companies throughout the years.
Comes helping. A wild one. No help. We don't have a helmet on.
No, we don't.
Translates down into Waimea. First half of the word Y refers to water. Second half of the word MEA means discolored. And it stays murky and muddy like that year round. Waimea. You'll see it real good here on your left now. There's an opening coming up. We call that bonehead, ma'am. If you go back to ancient Hawaiian times, this particular Waimea individual islands. You know, like in our society today, folks, how we developed the land and built different structures out of wood and other materials and built homes, schools, churches, and other structures. Early Hawaiians did the same, using dirt and lava rock and other native vegetation. Some of the structures they built belonging to village sites, burial grounds, agricultural plots, ponds, and temples. There's even petroglyphs and etchings on rocks along our coastline. Artifacts are being found in newer, as well as older developments, dating back to early Polynesians. This island, Kauai, has a Marquesas and Tahitian background. People out of Southeast Asia, many years ago, that migrated to the Pacific for different reasons and made their way to the Polynesian Triangle. Are some of you familiar with the Polynesian Triangle? Anybody heard that one before?
Yeah.
Top corner, the Hawaiian Islands, right? Left corner, New Zealand. Right corner.
You're sticking to this one.
That island over there.
Wow.
Another 2 more miles of road, and this is about how far up in elevation you'll see sugar fields. The cooler the climate will stunt the planted growth, inconsistent weather conditions. Transportation costs too costly, winding off about 1,800, 1,900 in elevation. A closer look at the drip irrigation system, the more efficient would last. Now you either grab your husband, your wife, your friend, or part of this vehicle and do it now.
pretty. But you can't look all the way to the ocean, can't you? Hey, you two, turn around. Yep, they're not listening.
I am listening. I was in the middle of snapping, and I'll snap you up. Put your gun down. Charlie, get in there. Here, Charlie. Okay. You over here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
Rosemary?
Oh, okay. Is that the ocean?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Catch me if I fall over. That's amazing.
He was videotaping, that's my fault.
Kind of get up there and look.
The Grand Canyon. Have we been to the Grand Canyon of East Coast, West Virginia?
That's New River Gorge.
New River Gorge, they consider the Grand Canyon.
Of the flat backside of the island. Type of vessel to move supplies, people to and from, is a vintage World War II landing craft. And it works out of Makaweli here on Kauai and undertow. And whoever's swimming are what? Local people, local kids who know the area, who know the beach, right? Local kids.
Yeah.
You don't see. He was so magical, Captain Cook could take off his hair, right? Why? Wig. He was so magical, Captain Cook could blow smoke out of his body. Because why? Smoked a pipe. He was so magical, Captain Cook could hide his hands in his body.
Pocket.
Okay? Wouldn't you think he was a god if he was a Hawaiian back then?
Sure.
I think so. One of 3 Russian of her face, with a crown on her head, and she's looking in the direction we're going. Her crown is set back on her head. Anybody? Real fast.
Let's walk outside.
And that one.
What do you say?
Aloha from Hawaii.
That's ours.
Dino son of
Yep, right here on the Pauno. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Stop.
Push me she used all of her implements there. We take you to the island of Maui. And have you been to Maui? Yeah. Okay. Is Maui beautiful? Oh, is it beautiful in Hawaii? And now we're going to do some of the most requested songs here on Wairau River. We're going to feature the voice of Kamika, who just returned from Las Vegas.
So long ago, I guess we don't take on pizza. Oh no, no, I just really don't want to say.
Oh, no. Get your cap on.
I'm like, it's not working. It's like being in a jungle. Look at those. The bugs and stuff. Some more wild chicken.
Jumped out at somebody, I guess.
Huh? I think a chicken got him.
Yeah, I think somebody was playing. Trek back in the woods to see the rare wild Hawaiian chicken. We traveled a quarter of the way around the globe to see wild chickens.
Where's the baby? Have you been in this one before? No. Similar. There's the baby wild chicken. Look at the little baby. Oh, look, there's little. She has little chicks. Right over there. The chicken with the baby. Oh, chick with the baby.
4, 5.
Yeah, look, it is. That's great.
And dropped them. There's cats. The wild Hawaiian alley cat.
Oh, I see the wild Hawaiian alley cat. There it is.
Golden Feral. Oh yeah, that's it. Returning a ground wildcat.
There's so many chickens, the cat don't even care.
Here's the front driver. Sit there on the tree.
I'd like to cheers too.
You may have a seat here to the left if you want to. If you want to go up to you. There's no chair up there, so you're really high. It's a nice thing.
Step over into there.
There's no chairs up
Expired. Walk down that way. It goes around.
Okay, well, hang tight for a second. I'll give you a brief commentary about this area as soon as everybody gets up here. So hang up your waiting too.
Take it quick, look out. Well, I'm trying.
Where do you want to take?
We don't have this type of ceremony. The only type of ceremonies we have here are weddings. We have about 67 weddings a week. People from all over the world, they come here to get married. Funny thing, you'll never find any locals getting married here. Because we go to Las Vegas. Because the odds are better. Right about this area right here, this is where everybody gets married, right here. In fact, we're having a wedding, it's coming up like about, we're coming up to the river right now. We're getting married up here. So again, the reason we got you all the way up here is to witness an actual acoustic of our firm down here. We're going to team up to sing the Hawaiian wedding song from down there. And the reason we got you up here is to witness the natural acoustics of Mother Nature's amphitheater. The acoustics up in here is tremendous. By any chance, do you have anybody celebrating that anniversary? Any of you? 40 years? Do you have any more anniversaries? There's 3 categories. You back here? Okay, one day. Nice to see you over around. Do we have any more honeymooners out here? Okay, don't want to leave anybody out. Anybody shacking up? Anybody wants to? No. Okay, now everybody hang these little feet here. We're going to team up and sing the Hawaiian wedding song. Now, when the wedding song is over, then you can take this left hand tap here. It'll take you back down to the boat. I'll stop it.
Yes, ma'am. Back to the boat. Watch the step, take your time, okay? Back to the boat.
There's your picture back of that one.
Yeah, if you're holding it.
Stay to your left on the way back to the boat. Take your time, watch this step.
I hope Joan don't fall.
He said it was the Sacred Falls over it.
Let's get a picture of the river.
I have to laugh.
It's absolutely gorgeous up here about dusk. You like it?
Especially like the wild cat.
The wild Hawaiian alley cat.
That's the one.
This is your island. The wildest animal's a cat.
An alligator.
Yeah, I think I still have one picture. I'll take something. Well, it's 4:30. This was backwards. But you know. Too many people here after that. There was the Shimpalini at 6:30. 6:30. Oh, sorry. If they waited for the ones for the luau, they could wait for the ones at the Parade Grotto and going up into the mountains 2.5 hours. The Chargers was at the Blue Line. Lexingburg. Trouble is, they already have a lot of money. Our tips. Everything. They already have. Well, no, my tips give them the tip.
When I fit dinner tonight.
If we didn't get back, the crew would mutiny because we wouldn't be there to give them the tip. They'd be sorry. They'll wait. It's too many people.
They know we started out late. Which was not our fault. Nope.
That tree or whatever that is.
And they should have extended the short time at least an hour.
They'd have like to. That's why not.
Yeah. He made up time. Plenty of time when he came back from Christmas Island.
All I want is my suitcase to lock in when I do. Good point.
I just want mine to go to the hotel.
Oh, you're staying.
Yeah, we're staying Thursday night.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't leave here until about 7:30 or 8. Not too well organized.
This is kind of windy.
Probably sit dinner anyway, I'll be waiting for someone to serve it to me, right?
I'll go back to my routine now. Okay. Dinner? You guys want dinner? I get it. I got served. Serve me still. Make my bed. Back into the stream.
There in the stream, yeah. Here's our boats.
Okay, family, while we're staring at that pretty couple there, how about a round of applause? Heading for the entrance. They needed that land for a condominium. The realtor bought it and placed it there. Movies popped up all over this on the Kuwait. Like Stairway from Hell, the Cesar Romero, the wackiest ship in the Army, Chaplin, or anything else. None but the Brady, Frank Sinatra, Islands in a Stranger Sea Stopped. The revised version of King Kong, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Uncommon Valor. Jurassic Park, the sequel, The Lost World. Imagine right now you're on a large military plane flying around an area called Zanzibar, Africa, looking for a little village. Have a lot of men in there, stricken with a deadly Ebola virus. Didn't want that virus to spread out any further, you blew that village up. A couple of years later, Mr. Dustin Hoffman finds the same area, decides to burn the village. Off to my immediate left. A large rat shack was used in Outbreak. Dustin Hoffman. Of course, musicals, we know, South Pacific, Blue Hawaii, Show Mama Off the Train, Danny DeVito, Honeymoon in Las Vegas, 7 Nights and 6 Days, Mr. Harrison Ford, Disney, came. Reasons like the land being very fertile. And a lot of people working the land, farmers, and knew what they were doing, raise all the food the royal family wanted. While raising the food, they used to raise their families on a piece of property, which worked out pretty darn good. According to my granddad, anyways. They had very large families, and they knew for more hands working to raise the food for the royal family, the more food they'd end up having. For themselves. In a sense. Ensured by the guards that no one would walk upon their property and take anything, made life very easy for these farmers. But banks are washed out. Both sides, no matter which way you go, for 2 to 3 times. The only way in and out is actually the river. And this river is filled with a lot of good eating fish. Fish like the ahole, a silver perch, a type of pompano. We know it's a papio, a very small type of catfish called the o'opu, with a Hawaiian delicacy, the ama-ama. That ama-ama is your mullet. Being that the river's brackish, half fresh, half salt, whatever survives in the ocean will live here. We have a bonefish we like to call the ava. Very good eating, very, very good eating bonefish. But it lives up to its name, there's a lot of bones. We also have a milkfish we know as a moi. Being that salt tide does act up a heck of a lot, we do have a few unwanted guests in here. Mainly the kako, or what we know as the barracuda. They'll hit in here. Mainly the spawn. The moms will keep their babies way under the trees there for a long period of time. Until they're big enough, about 1.5 to 2 feet long, then they go back to the ocean. A wandering shark or two will ease in. Now this is only when the river mouth is wide open and a very high salt tide. The sharks will come in. Mainly just to see how things are doing. The ridge lines are so steep and jagged, security was the best in Mother Nature. Never good for the royal family. everything was right here. The Roth family really liked it. The farmers, from what we're told, 48,000 trees. Well, there was this young Olympic great who wanted it. Okay? His name was Buster Crabbe. Being a dear friend of our Olympic champion, Duke Kahanamoku, they got together, pulled some strings. Buster Crabbe ended up owning that grove of coconut trees. Now, in those early days, you know, owning a grove of coconut trees is like maybe owning a Rolex today. Status. You're up there. Now, Mr. Buster Crabbe, when he was not in the Olympics, chasing the goal, or in the movies, you know, swimming around, having a good time, he was in the island, chasing the skirts. It wasn't hula skirts either. Those guys were very active. He needed a whole bunch of money to adventure his playtime, so he started to sell the property. There's one area that he still owns, but actually belongs to his grandson, who's just about ready to retire. According to him, he's going to open a small little shop. He's going to sell coconuts for $10 a piece. And that was the granddad's idea. I think he should juice it up a bit. You know, they make a living anyways. Once, this entire area, 3 miles of coconut trees belonged to Mr. Buster Crabbe. The homes up ahead of us, the only area that's private property. Okay. You'll never see any more buildings in here. You get a chance to get back here to Kauai, no more buildings. Mother Nature at her best. All we are her servants, ensuring her that people don't leave their rubbish along the banks. There's no squatters. People tried, living in the state park. They tried all their best to do it. They got escorted out. We don't want anything to go wrong here, so that's why it's a state park. Yeah, as you can see, the marina's in sight. All your buses are ready for you. Those drivers are ready to go. And this vessel is not equipped to go under that bridge again. If it was, I'm pretty sure the boss would make this thing a convertible. If I go for it, it will be a convertible. But in behalf of the staff, management, my entire crew that I lost, the lovely Hula Maiden, mahalo. Thank you for choosing Waialeole Boats and being such a kind audience and bearing with me during this narration period.
And it's what? It was 5:30.
Yep. That's unbelievable.
Just a couple more things that maybe some of you know already. But is everybody familiar with the state of Hawaii mammal? The season will start December through April.